1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to take a look at a battery charger that I picked up, a finger magnet. So it's the XR VC4 Plus. So this is the one. So the other day I was charging up some 18650s and I was using this, which is the i4, which is a good charger. Now I'll get rid of that one. By the way, if you're interested in this one, it's like a bit of a comparison, but then again it's a no-brainer. This one only has 3 LEDs to see whether they're full or not, and then they just start flashing and eventually they stop flashing when it's charged. It's a good charger, comes off 12 volt and 240, but the other day I was charging some of these cells here. Now a lot of them I don't even know what they are because they're not marked up. Right, these ones are marked up. There's the markings there, LG ones, so like you can go online and find out the specs of them, but these ones there's no mark, or there is marks on them, but they're that faint you can't read them. Anyhow, what I was doing is I was charging the phone on this, and I went just to check because I never leave them on the and they were like, I think I was charging them in the kitchen somewhere on the top, the countertop, and I went past and just put my hand on to feel the cells, and I was like, oh, it was actually red hot, and I was like, oh, pull it off straight away, take it off, took the bloody thing off, and I was like, took the cells outside, took the cells out carefully and just left them on the patio away from each other until they cooled down. They were literally, you couldn't touch them, they were that hot. So I was like, oh my god. And initially I thought, was it the charger? Is the charger just not, was it failed or something like that? And there's nowhere to really check. I mean, you could go through all your cells and some were charged and some weren't. So anyhow, I thought, and I tested the voltage and everything. So like I was using a meter in a little thing like this just to get the, show you there, just to get the voltage. It's 4.1, that one. So I was using like this to get just the voltage, yeah, and then to get the amps to see what it would draw, I'd have to run something like this, which is a bit of a time consuming thing. So anyway, I thought I'd spend the money and buy one of these. They're not really expensive. I think I paid £30 off Amazon. Main reason it's got a screen and it's got different functions rather than just the buttons. So that's the reason I bought it. So there's the instructions. They're pretty small. I can't read them. I need a magnifying glass to read them. But I think it's all in different countries. So this one's actually Dutch, English is here, and so on. So you get like different countries. All the specs you need there, a little breakdown. You just need a bit of a magnifying glass. I have got one somewhere. There we go. So I was just using a magnifying glass to actually really read it. Yeah. So it gives you a few options. So that's the instructions, which is cool. There's the box. Some specs on the side. Size of the cells, 10440 up to 32650s, and obviously double A's, triple A's, A's, SD's, C's and D's. So pretty much does everything you want. I only really want it for 18650s really. It also comes with a charger and a USB cable. Now the charger is a Qualcomm 3 quick charge, which is a decent charger. Again, I can't read the specs on this, that's bloody small, but its magnifying glass says 5 volts, 3 amp. Yeah. And it's got all the relevant EU stuff on there, UK EU. So it seems like a decent charger, and they give you a USB cable as well, Type A to Type C, which feels decent, like rubbery, doesn't feel cheap. It's a little bit small for my liking. Let me just see if I can find a longer USB cable. Might be one here. Nah, I'll have to use this one, but it's not very long. It's about a metre. The problem is my socket is a bit further away than my camera, so I have to like do it sideways like this. So I'll plug it in. We'll go through some of the options, and then I'll let you know whether. Cause I've been using this for about 2 weeks, and I'll let you know whether I think it's any good. So I'll just turn it on. Should light up. You should see that okay. I'll try to see. I can't get any more than that. Hopefully you can see that. So you got 4 cells. These 2 outside ones are wider, so you can accept like them ones, the C's and D's, yeah, and obviously all the smaller ones as well, including I think I've got some AAA's and stuff. There's a little AAA there, yeah, but mainly it's for my 18650s, which I've got like a shed load of them. So screen wise, we've got 2 buttons, and then we've got the 4 cells. It's green when they're fully charged or not connected, goes red, and then it counts down. So you can set here, you've got your current. So at the minute you're on capacity. If you just tap that, you can go to current, so it'll show you what current's going in. Maximum of, if you put 1 cell in, you get like the full power, and then as you put more in you get less, because it's only got 3 amps from the charger, and the USB can only deliver 3 amps, so it has to be divvied up, yeah. And then if you do it again, you've got internal resistance of the cells, so I'll show you the internal resistance of each one. And also, if we go back to capacity, we'll go to current. When you put the different types of cells in, NiCads, lithium ion, polymer, I think it does lithium polymer as well. I haven't got any, so I can't test that. And I'll put that inside this type of thing. So it actually tells you just here what they are. So it's in little blue, it says LiPo or lithium ion or polymer or whatever it says. So yeah, and then here we've got this button on the side. If we touch that, we get the, because it's in current, we go to the maximum. So you got 3 amps or 3000 milliamps maximum, but you won't get that on 3 amps in each one, because it can't do that, because it can only deliver 3 amps max. And then you can drop it down to 2 if you're only putting 1 in, and then 1 amp, 500 and 250, yeah. I'll just leave it on that, and I'm not in a rush to charge things. I always charge things slowly anyway. If you, I think if you hold that down, turns the screen off and back on. If you hold this one down for a couple of seconds, 1, 2, it goes to grade, so you can grade each, so you can charge them up. Like these ones are just fully charged now, so I'm going to grade these ones, but it takes time, so I can't do it on the video, but it'll stop, and when it finishes it'll show you how much power is in each one. And if you go online and get the specs and just say that's a 3000 mAh battery, then it should give you an idea how good the cells are. If you hold it again, you've got storage, so now we put them all into storage mode. I've just done these ones here yesterday, so they're stored at the storage voltage, and I've got these ones to do just so they're not like left on charge all the time, they're just at the storage voltage. And then if you do it again, it goes back to your capacity. So we pop a few ones in, let's have a little look. So there's this one here, is that NiCad? Nickel metal hydrate. We should go to red to start charging, and it's flashing, so it's going to take a few seconds. Excuse me. What's that 6? I can't see it. NiCad, nickel metal hydrate. And then you can see it's put, because it's the capacity, it's put 1 milliamp in, and then it'll go to 2 and so on. If we change the current, it's putting 230 in. If I change that, Can I put 2 in? Yeah, 2. It's only 200 milliamps. I'm going to go to like maximum. So it won't. So it's looking at that's why it's an intelligent charger. So it's looking at what this cell can actually take safely. Yeah, and you can see at the top there 1.3 volts, and the blue part. If I get a pointer, the blue part here is the amps. Yeah, don't want that coming up on camera. This will go green once it's fully charged. So let's pop another cell in. This one. Let me just read it fast. So the writing's that bloody small. That's 400 milliamp, and it is if I can find it. NiCads again. Yeah, found it. NiCads 1.3 volts, exactly the same. This has gone to 1.45 volts. It's gone up slowly. Same amount of power going in there, and then an 18650. So we'll just pop an 18650 in. Anyone will do really. This one again. This is a LG. But I think this is a 3200. Pop that in and see if it picks it up as a NiCad. Sorry, a lithium ion. Just at the bottom there. So it's gone to red, so it's charging. Straight away, now the NiCads must flash, so you can tell the difference between NiCads and stuff. So it's charging 2 different ones, which is quite impressive. So that's lithium ion. It's putting in a small amount of charge, 4.2 volts at 1 amp. It says on there. It says 1 amp on there, or it's between 1 amp and half an amp. But on there it says 167 milliamps, and so on. We'll try another one. We'll try one of these. I don't need. In fact, what's this? There's no markings on that at all. So let look, see if it finds us. Nickel metal hydrate. Still flashing. Oh, it's flashing between lithium ion. Now it's gone to lithium ion. 0 volts. Oh, that's a bad cell. Oh, it's putting in some amps. Wonder where that changes. But it's picked up that as lithium ion. I don't think that's lithium ion. I think it's NiCads. But I don't know because there's nothing on it. Take it out again. There's literally 0 markings on it. Let's try it again. Still flashing. Try to make its mind up. Lithium ion gone back to 0 volts. 284 milliamps. That one's full, so it comes up with a word full, and that goes to green. So that's pretty nice. I mean, overall, compared to the i4, it's just leaps and bounds ahead. It's just fantastic. So I'm not going to wait till all these charges, so I'll pop these out again. That one's fully charged. Now, if I wanted, I'll put this one in as a test. Now it should say it's fully, there you go, fully charged straight away. After charging a little bit, now it says full. Now if I go to current, which is obviously 0, internal resistance, obviously it won't be measuring anything now because it's full. I don't think it measures the resistance. And if I hold it again, we can go into it's gonna what does that say again? It's going to grade it. It's a bit of a finger magnet. But yeah, so far I'm actually loving it. It's like fantastic. It's so much more information compared to just like 3 little LEDs. So I take it that's going to take out, discharge it and take everything out and see what I can get out of it. So it's took 2 milliamps out so far. And it does take a while to grade it properly. So we're not going to do that, we're just going to take that out. Change the grade. Let's put something else in. Let's try this one. So charging it. Just before I do that, let me just check the voltage without charging it. 4.1 volts. So it's fully charged. So if we go to star, that should, there you go, discharge. So it's discharging and it gives you the voltage as well. No scale, it'll just go to that when it's ready. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Like I say, I've done that and I've discharged quite a few, so I can prove that it works. I'm really happy with it. It doesn't get hot. There's vents at the side. There's a scratch code as well to prove that it's like not a phony one or a copy. USB-C at the front, and that's really it for the charger. Let's go back to that. Yeah guys, so what more can I say about this charger? I just thought I'd let you know that I think it's fantastic and I'll definitely buy one. In fact, I'm thinking about buying a second one so I can discharge ones and charge ones at the same time. For the price, it's just light years ahead of things like this, which is, see, I thought this was broke and now I know it's not, because I can use two to like test. So at least I can still use this to find good cells. And by the way, the bad cell, there's one of them. And if I put that into the charge, into the 0, 0, 0, so there is, because I didn't check the resistance first, that resistance would be really high. In fact, I could test that now, couldn't I? Because I've never done that. So if I go to internal resistance, I can hear like a little beeping. It's doing something. 0 resistance. Obviously open circuit somewhere. Or I don't know, but it's, if I put in something else, something like which is good. The resistance is 0. I don't understand that. The voltage with 0 resistance. Try something else. Zero again. What? Obviously it's full, isn't it? That's the full one. Let me try something. Am I on the right one? Yeah, definitely on resistance, but there's nothing coming up on them. That's false, so I can't use that one. I don't understand why there's 0, every one of them 0, not full. Let me just, capacity. I'll just turn it off first. See whether it just needs resetting. Internal resistance. Still 0, so it's nothing to do with resetting. Don't understand that. Let me just try one of these ones. Well, these are full, so... But they're never truly full, they're always discharging slowly, so I don't understand why there's 0 resistance. Can I change? That's a strange one. I just don't understand why there's like 0 resistance. I'll have to look into that. I don't know, but yesterday I was going through all the batteries and they're all different resistances, which they should be different slightly. I mean, talking some are slightly different by a couple of 5 milliohms. I think they're milliohms or microohms. I'm not sure what they are, but there should be some. It can't be the same resistance. Maybe if the brand fire new battery. Let's try one of these. And they've literally never been. Even then, it can't be the same resistance. So this is like it's definitely something. Reason why that's not actually moving. So you get your voltage. I wonder whether you got to leave it longer to okay. So there you go, 111 milliohms. Let me just see if I was wrong before. So that's the one I put in, and it was 0. Let's just leave it for a bit longer. So it says full. Well, you won't get none. I wonder if it switches off. It probably switches itself off. Let's try. Nickel metal hydrate. Yeah, you must have to wait, like, there you go, you've got to wait 5 to 10 seconds, 222 milliohms. Oh, well, that's okay. Thought I was seeing things. Let me just try one more. One of these ones I tried before, which is 0. I'll try a different one. So there's the voltage. 99 milliohms. Fine, so they're all good cells, pretty much. They're not brand new, but they're good enough. So guys, yeah, fantastic. Definitely recommend this VC4 Plus. I mean, there's different models, and there's one before which is just a VC4. You might as well go for the Plus, in my opinion. It takes bigger cells. It doesn't get hot. It's a nice unit. I don't know how accurate they are. I mean, because I need like more than one to test it. But so far, I'm really pleased with it. So if you've got any questions, drop in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Give us a like, give us a sub if you haven't, because I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.